Welcome back to the ArkNet Cloud, where you can learn different ways to connect, create, and collaborate. This screencast will show how to add a calendar to your ArkNet page, how to change the view of your ArkNet calendar, and how to sync your ArkNet calendar with Outlook. To add a calendar to your page, you first need to add an app by going to the settings cog in the top right corner, then clicking on Add an App. There are many different apps that you can add. The calendar app is on the second page of the library. Once you click on Calendar, you can name the calendar whatever you'd like, and then click Create. This will put the calendar in your list of site contents, as you can see here. So now I can navigate back home, then click on Edit, and then on Insert. At this point, I want to make sure my cursor is at the place in the page where I want the calendar to show up. I'm going to put it right below the newsfeed. I click on, under Insert, App Part, and the calendar that I just created shows up in the list. Once I click Add, the calendar will show up on the page. I can click Save to change my changes. To add an event to the calendar, simply click on the day of the event and then click Add. You can fill in all of the details here. I'm going to change this to the morning, so you can see it when I have it synced. Now, many teams have decided that rather than having a grid calendar such as this on their page, they'd like to have a calendar that just lists the events rather than being on a grid. You can change the view of the calendar by clicking on Edit, and then there's a small drop-down along this ribbon where you can click Edit Web Part. This opens up an editing box. Under Selected View, you can click the drop-down and choose All Events. Click OK, and then OK again, and you'll see that the view of the calendar changes to a list. Click Save to save your changes. You can also change the different columns that appear here on the list, and I can show you how to do that in another tutorial. Lastly, I'd like to show you how to connect your calendar to Outlook. If you click on the calendar in the page, a list link should show up on the ribbon. Click on List, and then there's an option to connect to Outlook. Click that button and then Allow. And now if I go to my Outlook calendar, I'll click Yes, that I'd like to sync this. And you can see that now I have two calendars, my personal calendar and the calendar that I just synced. I can drag and drop at events, create or delete events, and those changes will be reflected online. Thank you for watching this tutorial. As always, if you have questions, contact me at charity.wright@arkonline.org.